So recently I got an iPad and I was hoping it would help me with planning and creativity. Naturally, I also wanted an Apple Pencil so I could draw on my iPad with Procreate because I really wanted to try out Procreate. This is something I see always on social media. Procreate, iPad, Apple Pencil, and they make amazing stuff. Even though I'm not a professional drawer, I do enjoy drawing every once in a while. However, if you really want to go all out with 100% Apple, you're going to have to dig pretty deep in your wallet because the Apple Pencil, depending on what iPad you're using, can be between $100 and $130, which is pretty expensive. I personally decided to dig less deep in my wallet and buy the Dollartree pencil. But, is that really a good idea? I mean, does a Dollartree stylus even compare to the Apple Pencil? And what is the difference in between the results of these two things? A friendly reminder that I am not, as I mentioned before, a professional illustrator, drawer, however you want to call it. So my drawing is pretty simple, but I do think I got a pretty conclusive thing. So I bought an Apple Pencil, but I bought that after I got the iPad, so it was gonna take a couple days for it to actually come in. So initially I tried drawing with my finger, and that was a terrible idea. So I decided I would just go to my local Dollar Tree and see what they have in terms of styluses, just as a temporary solution. I found one, and while I was paying, I realized that it says best dad ever, which is just great. So originally it was a 2-in-1 stylus with a pencil in it, which is stupid. I took out the whole pen part, so it was just an empty vessel. And I also removed the metal clip and put some tape over it because it was just in the way when you're trying to draw. But it worked better than my fingers. So I took a drawing tutorial from Woodflow, and she had this pretty simple thing. The tip doesn't run smooth over the screen, it kind of drags around instead, which makes it really hard to make smoother lines. And also literally moves my iPad around while I'm trying to draw. For the stylus to work, the outside needs to be metal. So right next to the tip there is a metal rim that is sharp. Not like cut your finger sharp, but definitely cut my plastic screen protector sharp. And because the black streaks the stylus leaves, the scratches become like super visible and black. Making smooth lines and arcs isn't impossible, but you're gonna have to be a bit patient. Nothing some extra smoothness settings can't fix. The settings can't fix drawing circles though, because when you draw a quick circle, it makes it so half the circle doesn't get picked up. And oh my god, the sound. So this is how dirty the screen is after just drawing some lines. So here we have the final paint result of the Dollartree stylus. A couple days after this, the Apple Pencil finally came in. Except it came in broke. It didn't charge, and after doing some research, if you don't charge this thing every single day and keep it above like 0%, it will break. If it reaches 0%, it will literally break. And you're gonna have to buy a new one. I managed to fix it. Let me know if you want to see a video on how I did this. But it's still super inconvenient. This is definitely a reminder you're going to want to keep in mind when you're using and buying such an expensive Apple Pencil. So I decided to make a day and night drawing. It was super smooth and satisfying to work with this thing, especially after using a crappy stylus like the Dollartree stylus. So here are some drawing tests that I did with the stylus to see how well it compares. There are like 4 things you can instantly tell from this clip. Smooth movements, no dragging my iPad around, no dirty screen, and no squeaky sound. Thank God. Not to forget that the Apple Pencil has pressure sensitivity, which is something you can't use with the average iPad stylus. And of course, the tilt sensitivity, drawing circles is smooth and easy, as it should be. There's also palm reduction, which means that while your Apple Pencil is touching the screen, it will not recognize your pencil, so you won't be drawing with your hand by accident. which is super convenient and also a lot more comfortable than trying to draw with a $1 stylus. So here's the speed paint of the Apple Pencil. The first thing you may notice is that drawing-wise, they look pretty similar, proving that you do not need an Apple Pencil to draw, at least the simpler drawings. The second thing you may have noticed is that the Apple Pencil drawing is a little bit shorter than the stylus one. This may be due to the fact that I kind of already had drawn it before, so I kind of knew what I was doing. But I do also think that it was simply because the lines were a lot smoother on the Apple Pencil, so I didn't have to redraw every line 1,200 times to get it to fit nicely. So what do I think is the verdict? You can draw with the $1 stylus if you need to. If it's all you can afford at that moment, just go with this one. The end results can be pretty similar, if not equally as good as the Apple Pencil. You're just gonna have to be a little bit patient and pump up the smoothness. Just be very careful that you don't scratch off on your screen. If I see the damage it did to a plastic, I'm curious to see what it does to glass. It's probably gonna get some pretty bad scratches. And it is better than drawing with your finger, that is for sure. It's just not that great. If you have a little bit of money and you just don't want to buy an expensive Apple Pencil, you can just simply buy an iPad stylus that are usually like $15 to $30. They're pretty similar to the Apple Pencil. Most of them do not have pressure sensitivity, if not all of them, but they do always have palm rejection and tilt sensitivity, which are pretty good, and that is for like a fraction of the price of an Apple Pencil. If you can afford it, it may be worth it to just buy an Apple Pencil or get one used. Once again, to refer back to that, if people are like, oh, it's brand new, I haven't opened it in like a year, it's probably dead, and you're probably not gonna be able to fix it. So make sure it's used, and the seller is gonna double check it for you before actually shipping it. Personally, I think pressure sensitivity is super important when you're trying to draw. So that's kind of one of my main things into this. And that's why I do think that an Apple Pencil could be worth it, especially if you are professional or you want to be professional. I'm hoping this video was useful to you in some way or another, or if you at least enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback, let me know what you think of this. What is your own experience with Apple Pencil versus a regular stylus? Subscribe for more creativity content. I do a lot of different things and types, and you might be interested to see what I'm gonna do next. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!